Today, we're diving deep into the ocean, exploring some of the most mysterious and mind-boggling creatures known to exist. These bizarre beings are so strange that even Joe Rogan, known for his fascination with the unknown, couldn't believe some of them are real. From fish that stand on tripod legs to creatures longer than a blue whale, the deep sea holds mysteries that challenge everything we think we know about life on Earth. And guess what? We've barely scratched the surface. 80% of our oceans remain unexplored, meaning even crazier discoveries could be waiting just beneath the waves.
But yeah, the problem is we've never seen anything other than us that manipulates its environment. The intelligent things that we found in the ocean that are real are dolphins and orcas.
Yeah.
And whales. But like,
and what about
dolphins and orcas are crazy intelligent.
But like octopuses too,
yes,
right?
That's true too.
Yeah.
But none of them, octopuses are very smart, but none of them have ever figured out how to make things. Like make houses and cars and ships, and it's all like they're out in the wild. There's no houses. I used to do a bit about how dangerous the ocean is.
Let's get started with one of the strangest creatures found in the ocean's depths. Tripod fish. A creature like no other. Imagine a fish that doesn't swim around like most others, but instead stands on three long, thin fins, like the legs of a tripod. This bizarre creature is known as the tripod fish, and it lives in one of the most inhospitable places on Earth, the deep sea floor, over 2 miles beneath the surface. At these depths, there's no light, temperatures are near freezing, and the pressure is so intense it would crush most creatures. But the tripod fish thrives here, balancing patiently on its long fins, waiting for food to drift by. But that's not the weirdest thing about this fish. The tripod fish is a hermaphrodite, meaning it has both male and female reproductive organs. In the desolate depths of the ocean, where finding another member of your species is a rare event, having both reproductive organs increases the chance of successfully reproducing. Any tripod fish can mate with any other tripod fish, a handy evolutionary trick for survival in the deep ocean. Joe Rogan once said, "It's like nature plays by different rules down there." And he's right. The tripod fish is a perfect example of nature's ingenuity in the strangest of environments. The siphonophore, longer than a blue whale. Now, if you thought the blue whale was the longest animal on Earth, think again. Let me introduce you to the siphonophore, a creature that can stretch over 150 feet long, making it potentially the longest animal on the planet. What makes the siphonophore even more fascinating is that it's not a single organism. It's actually a colony of thousands of tiny organisms, all working together to survive. Each part of the siphonophore has a specific role. Some catch prey, others digest food, and still others are responsible for reproduction. It's like an underwater organism that functions as a team, cooperating in the depths to form a single living entity. This jelly-like creature drifts through the dark waters, its long spiral tendrils glowing faintly in the gloom. In fact, bioluminescence, or the ability to produce light, is common in the deep sea. Scientists estimate that up to 90% of deep-sea creatures are bioluminescent. This natural glow helps animals communicate, find food, or even lure in prey.
There's so little of it that we've explored. There's only like 10% of the ocean floor that we've explored.
10%.
That's so crazy.
10%. And then the thing that they always see UFOs or USOs over water, it's like the high frequency that they see them, and then they just fucking just down in there, and they're like, "Follow me, bitch!" And we're like, "We can't breathe." You know, space or the ocean, we can't breathe down there.
The blind eel, slimy, strange, and truly bizarre. Moving on to another mysterious resident of the deep sea, we have the blind eel, a creature so strange it looks like something out of a horror movie. This eel was discovered in the depths off the coast of Western Australia, and its appearance is, well, let's just say, it's not winning any beauty contests. The blind eel has loose, gelatinous skin, making it look slimy and soft. It has no eyes, as they're not needed in the pitch-dark world it lives in, and it's almost transparent. Even stranger, unlike most fish, the blind eel gives birth to live young instead of laying eggs. It's an example of how life in the deep sea evolves in unique ways to cope with extreme conditions. Joe Rogan once said, "The ocean is like this giant, terrifying alien soup." Looking at creatures like the blind eel, it's hard to disagree. Fangtooth, the sea's tiny terror. If you thought the deep sea couldn't get any weirder, meet the fangtooth, a small but fierce predator lurking in the dark waters. Despite its small size, growing only about 6 inches long, the fangtooth has one of the scariest sets of teeth in the ocean. Its teeth are so large for its head that it can barely close its mouth. The fangtooth uses these massive fangs to catch prey in the inky blackness of the deep. The deep sea is a place of scarcity. There's little food, so predators like the fangtooth need to be highly efficient hunters. Despite its terrifying appearance, the fangtooth is harmless to humans, but its look alone could haunt your nightmares. Why NASA is interested in the deep ocean? Now, you might be wondering, why is NASA, the organization focused on space exploration, so interested in what's going on at the bottom of the ocean? Well, the answer is fascinating.
And I took a big breath, and I went down, and I opened my eyes in my mask in the darkness with my flashlight, and I saw right in front of me this huge eyeball, like the size of a saucer.
The deep ocean shares many characteristics with the conditions found on other planets and moons, like Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. Beneath Europa's icy surface lies a vast, salty ocean, an environment that could potentially harbor life. Scientists believe that exploring the Hadal Zone, Earth's deepest ocean trenches, can provide clues about what we might find in Europa's oceans. These trenches, like the Mariana Trench, plunge nearly 7 miles below the surface, where the pressure is so intense it would crush most submarines. But life still thrives in these extreme conditions. NASA is developing advanced remote-operated vehicles like the Orpheus rover, which is designed to explore these deep-sea trenches. The idea is that if we can build machines that survive the intense pressure and darkness of Earth's deepest oceans, we could potentially use similar technology to explore the oceans of other planets and moons. Back in 2014, scientists attempted to explore these depths with a vehicle called Nereus, but the pressure at nearly 6.2 miles down was so extreme it caused the vehicle to burst apart. Still, despite the challenges, NASA and other research organizations continue to push the boundaries of deep-sea exploration because it's not just about understanding Earth. It's about preparing to explore alien oceans. One of the most fascinating discoveries made in the deep ocean involves hydrothermal vents, which spew superheated water from the Earth's crust. When scientists first explored these vents in the 1970s, they expected to find nothing but barren seafloor. Instead, they discovered entire ecosystems of life. Creatures like giant tube worms, snailfish, and crustaceans were thriving around these vents. Despite the extreme heat and the absence of sunlight, these organisms don't rely on photosynthesis like life on the surface, but instead survive by chemosynthesis, feeding on the chemicals ejected from the vents. This discovery led scientists to theorize that life on Earth may have originated around these deep-sea vents.